Pam, with Judge #1 Hannah Dugan in Milwaukee. You arrested a sitting judge.
We did.
Why did you feel that was necessary?
It was appalling to all of us what happened. I used to be a domestic violence prosecutor, and this case involved someone who was deported under President Obama, came back into our country, we don't know when, illegally, and he was living at a residence, and he beat up a man so badly he had to go to the hospital, his roommate. He punched him with a closed fist in the face 30 times. The victim fell to the ground and he choked him. Then the girlfriend came in, tried to break it up. He punched a woman in the face with a closed fist so hard she fell to the ground. He hit her in the arm. Both of them had to go to the hospital. The fight's broken up. They're taken to the hospital, and he's threatening to do further harm to them later. So it's hard enough to get any victim of domestic violence to cooperate. We had 2 victims sitting in a courtroom that day.
So what did this judge do that led to ICE coming in to make this arrest?
So she's a sitting judge on a domestic violence case. He's the defendant, Ruiz, 2 victims and a prosecutor, a state prosecutor in the courtroom. It is routinely done when people are picked up on any kind of warrants that it's done outside a courtroom. It's been done in that courthouse. It's been done in a courthouse where I prosecuted 20 years ago. The reason? Because you know, executing a warrant is one of the most dangerous things law enforcement officers can do. You never know what you're going to encounter behind that door, what kind of weapons, with any defendant. So the safest place to do it is if you know they're going to be in a courthouse because they've gone through security. You know a defendant isn't armed. It's a sterile daytime situation. It's routinely done in courthouses, any kind of warrants. So the ICE team was there, DEA, FBI, ICE team. They're outside the courthouse, a courtroom. They're in the courthouse. The judge finds out that they're there to arrest him. And the way he got on the radar, of course, is he got arrested. He beat up these people. So she knew they were there. They were outside. She comes outside the courtroom and is visibly angry, yelling, raising her voice to them. She directs them to go see the chief judge. So while they do that, she goes back in the courtroom, gets back on the bench while a prosecutor is sitting there with 2 victims of domestic violence, and tells the defense attorney and the defendant, Ruiz, to come in the back with her. She takes them in the back in a private area, this is appalling, through her chambers, lets them back out and leave. One of the DEA agents, I believe, sees them exiting and doesn't know what's going on. So she continues with her docket, finishes her docket. 2 victims sit in court all morning long, waiting. At the end, the prosecutor said, "What happened? Why didn't the case get called?" She removed it from the docket without telling anyone, had them go out a door to leave. Then ICE, meaning the ICE team, DEA, FBI, have to chase him down, which is what is so dangerous, outside the courthouse by an intersection. Pedestrians could have been killed. He could have been hurt. They could have been hurt. They catch him, take him into custody. Those are the facts of the case.
All right. As you lay out the facts of the case, as you can imagine, people are now responding. Bear with me here. We just got this full statement from the lawyer representing Judge Hannah Dugan saying that she has committed herself to the rule of law and the principles of due process for her entire career as a lawyer and a judge. She has retained former United States Attorney Stephen Biskupik to represent her. Judge Dugan will defend herself vigorously and looks forward to being exonerated. Okay, quick reaction to that, but what I really want to get to is also the governor is speaking out, as well as a Democratic Congresswoman, Gwen Moore, because you can imagine the other side of politics responding to this. But first, your response to the attorney representing Dugan.
Well, everyone is entitled to their day in court. Judges, criminal defendants, victims, and those victims were entitled to their day in court, and they didn't get it because she let a criminal defendant walk out a door. She helped them. She obstructed justice.
Judge Hannah Dugan did appear in front of a judge here inside of the federal courthouse. She is facing 2 federal counts, one of concealing a person from discovery and arrest, and one of obstruction of pending proceedings of the federal government. Now, this all stems back to an incident at the Milwaukee County Courthouse a week ago. FBI Director Kash Patel saying Judge Hannah Dugan misdirected ICE agents when they were there to make an arrest.
Looking at the complaint, let's strip the politics out of it. This is a crime. If they can prove what happened here, it is a crime. This judge, let's strip the Trump of it all out. Let's strip the immigration of it all out. Let's say law enforcement shows up at a building with an arrest warrant. They're looking for person A. Person B then says, hey, there's a secret escape door out back. I'm going to show you the way, and then ushers that person out the back door. That is textbook obstruction. That's it.